Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of We Are You. Today we have the AiXPI motion censored and solar powered floodlight. So let's go ahead and open up this box and see what's inside. So the first thing we have in here is some mounting hardware. It's a bunch of screws and some anchors to go into the wall. This here is the mount that you actually use these screws with to put it on the wall. It's got a little clip here to hold it in place so you can take it in and out. We got the actual floodlight here. Let's see, we open this up. And this is the whole floodlight here. You see it's in 3 sections. There is 240 LEDs across all 3 of those, and that's about 1,600 lumens that this thing puts out. And this thing, like I said, is solar powered. Look at the size of this solar panel. It's about 7.5 inches across and about 3.5 inches wide. And the reason it's so big is, once again, there's 240 LEDs that this thing needs to power up. What else is in here? Other than that, we've got the instruction manual, and that is it. So let's take a look at this light here. Like I was showing you earlier, there is a solar panel here on the top. This here is how we're going to mount it. So like I said, if this here was on the wall, we just clip that right in and that's it. It's ready to go. You pull this back, or push it once it's on, and you'll be able to take it back out if you need to. These 3 lights here are adjustable. So these outside 2 can rotate this direction and in and out. So you can kind of fill up more areas. And then this one here can go up and down. Oh, if we need to move this out of the way here, now you can actually you can see the motion that this thing has. So picture this on the wall. Here's your solar panel. You can actually go up and down. So you can actually shoot this down if you want. And then you can angle these wherever you want to fill in that whole area. This here is the motion sensor. This thing can detect 160 degrees at about 49 or 50 feet away from it. There is no settings. It's all or nothing on this thing. There's no low, medium, high like I've seen on some other sensors. It's just on. Other than that, there is a single button here on the back. This is how you turn it on and off. As you see, if I turn it on, it'll just flash on for a second and then right off. That way you know that this thing is ready to go. So it's just flashing because it's a nighttime only motion sensor. So during the day, nothing's gonna happen. But if it's dark outside and the motion sensor goes off, that's what lights these things up. So let's go ahead and take this outside and see how it attaches, and then we'll give it a test at night. Be right back. All right, we're outside now. I went ahead and mounted this up here with the 2 screws, and that's it. It was super simple, went right into the wall. So we grabbed the light. We can kind of angle this out a little bit because we're just going to take this and it's going to slide right onto this here. So just going to line it up. Down we go. It just clicks right in. As you see here, the solar panel is kind of angled out so it can charge without getting blocked by the wall or the awning up here. So we can just kind of just angle these any way we want. That gives a nice little spread there. And as if you remember, we can go up and down with these or up and down with the whole thing. So we're just going to do this here. I think that's going to give a nice little spread down onto the ground. We can take the motion sensor and angle that where we want it as well. That also goes up and down. And if you remember, there's a button here on the back. We're going to press that. You see the light came on for a split second. That reminds us that the light is on so that we know that it's on, even though it's not going to work because it's daytime. But we know that it's on because it flashed. If I hit it again, nothing. Hit it again, it's on. So it is an on-off. So we'll be back later on tonight. We're going to see how this thing works once it gets dark, because right now it does not work because it's daytime. Okay, so obviously it's nighttime now, and you can see that the light is on. Now this thing will come on whenever something walks by it, and it will last for 25 seconds. So obviously it just turned off. So if I just take my hand like I'm going in front of it, and you saw how fast that kicked on. So that'll stay on now for another 25 seconds. And then it'll go off all by itself again and wait for the next thing to walk by. But as you can see, this thing is bright. It is lighting up the area just on the other side of me. That's why you can see all this light here and not that much on this side, but it is bright. I'll turn the camera around in a second just so you can see how much is lighting up over here. But yeah, I mean, I'm impressed with the spray that it has on here. It's getting all the way over there, which is probably about 20 feet. And then I'm still seeing all the way over here, which is about 10 feet before it hits the tree. And as you see, that's because I have these aimed in opposite directions. Now, obviously, it's been more than 25 seconds because I'm here moving while it's doing that. But if I actually stood here for 25 to 30 seconds, it would just turn off. Okay, so now I'm directly underneath the light and I am aimed out so we can see how bright this thing gets. So I'm going to move my hand, and you saw it just came on that fast. And I'm just going to rotate around the room here so you can see how bright this thing gets and the spread it gets from one end of the building to the other. And then once you start getting farther down, you'll see that it starts getting darker right there. And if we go above the fence, you'll still see that it's putting some light up there as well. And there you go. Now you can see the difference of it from it being dark to being light. Once again, this is We Are You with the AiXPI solar-powered motion detection floodlight. If you've used a floodlight like this before, let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure you like and subscribe.
Mm-hmm.